Hello everybody, this is Stephen House and this is Full Time Devils. And Jose Mourinho has just confirmed in his press conference that Andreas Pereira will be joining Spanish club Granada on a season-long loan. Do we think this is a good idea for the player? Do you think this is a good move, a bad move? Do you think it's an indication of Jose Mourinho not wanting to play the youth? Do you think it's an indication of him wanting for the best for our youth? Let me know in the comments and I'll see what you guys are saying. Now, for me, I think this is a good move for him. I think this is the sort of move where he's going to go, he's going to get a lot of games, he's going to play, and that's how you develop. I say it all the time, I think you need about 100 games to be considered a professional footballer. Until like you are a rookie footballer, you need those first 100 matches where you get your education, where you get your feet grounded, where you get the real on-the-job training. Now, every time that he featured for Manchester United, he did well, didn't he? He's a fantastic footballer. He is the sort of footballer that you think is going to go on and do great things in the game. But he needs a chance. And if he's not going to play at Manchester United, for me, he's got to go out on loan. And somewhere like Granada, La Liga, now that's the sort of place that he can actually really light it up. The Premier League, I see the arguments for people saying, yeah, he's got to go to a Premier League club, but which Premier League clubs would play him? That's the problem. The Premier League this year is going to be an absolute... It's shark-infested waters, isn't it? So I don't see the benefit of him going to the Premier League at the moment. Let me just try and see if I can see any comments from you guys and we'll get involved in that. Wavy Terrell says it's a good move. Good move for him. Great move, says Zark. Would like him to go to a more prestigious club, but decent move. But the thing is with a prestigious club, they're not going to take some academy player on loan, are they? Should have stayed in the EPL to get used to it, says Ben. Well, I don't really see the argument for that at all there. If you're good and you're getting good football, then you're going to be good. Paul Pogba developed in Italy, which isn't considered a great league at the moment. Did absolutely fine, didn't he? Surely he could have gone to a better team than Granada. Well, is it not better to go to a team where you're more likely to play? If he goes to another side that's got a ton of competition for him and he doesn't play, again, there's no development. He could have gone to Everton. Do we know that he could have gone to Everton? And would he have started... We don't know those things, do we? For me, Everton, they're a team that's pushing for top 6 this year. So I don't know. Why not Championship? Maybe he's too good for the Championship. If he went to the Championship, people would say, why didn't he go to the Premier League? If he went in the Premier League team and didn't start, and people were like, why did he go there? That was a daft move. He's gone to a top flight division. I think this is a good move for him. He should 100% ready for first team next season, says Umar. Maybe. He would be amazing in La Liga. I agree. I think this is a real good move for him. What do I think about Arsenal and their 2 new players? Doesn't matter, does it? You can't polish a turd. That's all Arsenal are trying to do at the moment. At least he can play against some very good teams. Correct. And I think La Liga is the sort of place where he could terrorise the defence. He has to play, so Granada is a great move. Yes, I like that one. He suits La Liga, great move for him. Yeah, I think he is the sort of footballer that would really suit the Spanish style of play, the Spanish lifestyle, and I think La Liga, you might see him get maybe a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goal season out of him if he gets regular first team football. He can play against Barca, Real, Atletico, exactly. Don't you think he should have stayed in the Prem? No, I really don't think he should have stayed in the Prem. I think I would avoid the Prem. If I was a rookie manager, if I was a player looking to gain experience, I would avoid the Prem like the plague this season because it's going to be so competitive. It's going to be an absolute nightmare for everybody who's in the mix. Do you think he's loaned to avoid a Pogba situation, or do you think Mourinho really rates him? I have no idea what Mourinho thinks of him. I think if he goes out on loan somewhere, then I think you're going to see a real good player develop. We'll never see him again. There is a risk of that. Let's face it, there is certainly a risk of that. Bullshit rumours, Mourinho retires from management after winning the treble and Giggsy comes and celebrates history. Not doing bullshit rumours, mate. We're doing Pereira's gone out on loan. Would have been good at Valencia, Sevilla. Valencia, Sevilla. I think Nani's at one of those. I can't remember which one he's at actually. So I don't think that would have been a great move for him. No. Do I think he will start? Yes. I think that's probably the reason why he's gone to somebody like a Granada over maybe a Valencia, a Sevilla, or maybe even a Premier League team. Maybe there was an option for Everton to take him, and we said, listen, this guy needs to play X amount of games a season, and Everton went, can't guarantee that. So they went, all right, you're not having him then. How's that sound? Excuse me. Who will do better, Januzaj or Pereira? Pereira. Where did he go? He has gone to Granada. So if you're just joining me, Andreas Pereira has gone on a season-long loan to La Liga to play for Spanish club Granada. Jay Quans thinks he should have stayed in the Prem. I think he'll get games, says Jordan. Does leave the under-23s a little bit light up front at times like last season, as he played up front at times last season. Matthew Wright, yes, it does leave the under-23s a little bit light, but do you know what? There's a fine line between having a competitive under-23 side, which Pereira is far too good for, and having a stock of young players that are ready to step into the first team. I think the under-23 league is rubbish, in all honesty. It's beige, it's not competitive enough, it's not hard enough, and I don't think that the players really get the intensity that you get by going out on loan and proving yourself somewhere. So I think this is a move that will benefit him 100% more than staying in the under-23s. Are the under-23s worse off for it? Absolutely. They lack wide players, they lack centre forwards. Everyone's like an attacking midfielder in the under-23s at the moment, and I think that is an issue for them. But it's not about winning the league at under-23 level. It's not about winning the league at under-18 level. It's about developing footballers that come on and bring something to the first team, and I think this is the best move for us in doing that. Should have come to Newcastle, says Ryan Brazil. Newcastle, I think, is a great place for a lot of players to go if they're going to get games. Maybe they asked, maybe they didn't ask. I feel like he should have loaned him into the Prem, see how he does. But again, it's not about whether they're capable just in the Prem. Look at the Pogba's the great example. Went to Italy, got games at 18, 19 years of age, developed fast, and has become this absolute monster of a footballer. It's wherever you get games. It doesn't matter if you get games young in the Premier League or not, does it really? I mean, if you've got the talent, you will develop with the games. If you've not got the talent, it doesn't matter which league you go into, it's not going to matter. All loans to Juventus from now on. Yeah, that's a great shout. Spanish clubs play loan players, unlike in the Premier League. Correct. Thursday night, Channel 5. You better believe it. He will have more freedom in La Liga. Yeah, I think he'll have more freedom to express himself as a footballer, and I think that's a good thing for him because he is a footballer that really could develop. Do you think Fosu Mensah will be the next to go out on loan? No, I think him and Rashford are a part of the first team squad, so I think that's how it's going to stay. It's good for him to go on loan, says Bowie. Should have gone to a Premier League club. Again, I'm not overly fussed. I think the most important thing when he goes out on loan is he going to get football matches? If he's going to get football matches at Granada in La Liga in Spain, that's better for me than sending him to Burnley where they went, do you know what, yeah, probably play him about half a dozen times. And they've been like, well, what's the point of that? It's wherever he's going to play. I think Mensah can compete to Valencia. No, he's not a right back. Let's not even bother with that. Where's he on loan? He has gone to Granada in Spain on loan. Januzaj went on loan. Hang on, let's just pull this one back. Before he got a loan in the Premier League. He did, to Dortmund. But this is the difference. You've got to put caveats in there so people will play your footballers. If they don't play them, then there's no point in them going on loan. And I think that's what we might have done. We might have said to the clubs, do you want this player? Yes. Are you going to play him? And if they've come back and said, not sure or no, then we're not having them. I think that's what we've done. Do I think Pereira will play on the wing? I like him played off the striker, but I like him with the freedom to go left and right there as well. He could surprise a few people if he plays regularly. It wouldn't be a surprise to me, but yes, I think it would be great to see what he can do. As talented as he is still unproven. Correct, yeah, and that's why he's gone to go and prove himself. Right, I think we are going to wrap it up there, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Carry on the conversation if you want with us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Get in the comments there and let us know what you think about this move. Again, thank you for joining us. We'll be back with all the matchday coverage tomorrow as Manchester United face Hull City. So make sure to go and check out our preview and all the rest of the stuff that we've got going on around the channel. Transfer review is up later on, so make sure to check that one out as well. And we'll see you later.